Today, let's check out how we can unlock Satele Shan free to play by getting the red crate or gold crate. So, the first thing we can do the red crate 3 times and get the character unlocked in 3 months, or we can do a gold crate and do it in 6 months free to play by getting the remaining shards in the Wandering Scavenger. Or if you get the silver crate, then you will need to have a pass to get it in 6 months, or else a little more from the Wandering Scavenger and the Conquest shipments will get you the unlock. And that will be the way we unlock the Conquest characters. There are totally 665 keycards available each conquest, out of which we need to get 630 to get the red box. So we can leave out 35 keycard from the feats and get the red crate. If you are doing the gold crate, then you can leave out 135 keycards and get the gold crate. Silver crate is just if you reach 450 keycards, then you will be able to get the silver crate. Now these are the feats that are data mined for the Satele Shan conquest. Let's see them one by one and see which teams we can use to unlock Satele Shan. So first up is the global feats, and one change that has happened is the defeating 250 enemies in golden challenge path is now going to give only one key card instead of the usual 15, and they have spread it across the other global feats. We need to be doing all these other feats in order to get the key cards. Defeating 250 enemies that we can do easily on the golden challenge path. Attempt to inflict evasion down 80 times. If you have Padawan Obi-Wan, then all these inflicting abilities and gaining abilities all are going to be easy because most of the buffs and debuffs can be done with Padawan Obi-Wan alone. If you are not having Padawan Obi-Wan, then you can go for the other choices here which I have listed, but there are even more choices which you can search in SWGoH and get it done if you have that characters. Now let's see the evasion down. We can use quad my team here for both evasion down and accuracy up here, and for Keller and Beck we can include that in a quad my team because he's a Galactic Republic and we can use him here, or with a JML team. That way the 20 battles will get completed easily in all the sectors. 3PO and Chewie with his basic also does evasion down, so you can use the CLS team and with every assist he will be doing the evasion down. For accuracy up, you can use either Seer if you have her or Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. Both do that accuracy up with their basics, so you can use them and get that feat done. For bounty hunters, if you have Jabba, this is pretty easy. Then you can use Jabba lead and all the bounty hunters under him, mostly Hut Cattle, and you will be able to complete them. If you don't have Jabba, then you have to go with the other bounty hunters that you have. If you have unlocked Executor, then you will have a bounty hunter squad there. You should use that and get the feat done. For gaining profit 100 times, last time it was there in the last conquest also, and we were able to get it with low level pirates and using Jedi Master Luke and Wat Tambor. By applying the tank tech on Jedi Master Luke, he will be always taunting, and we can get the feat done with Captain Ethano lead. No Zetas are required and all can be at low level. The only thing is there should not be any AoE from the enemy team. Then this is possible. You can find a node with no AoE attacks and then use this team and get the profit done. That's how we can complete all the global feeds for Satele Shan. Now let's check out Sector 1. For Sector 1, taking bonus turns potency down both can be done with Quad My Team again, and you can use the Color and Beck and Grandmaster Yoda in here. Grandmaster Yoda with his basic does potency down, and also he gains the bonus turns. That is why I have listed him in the Quad My Team here. If you don't have this team available, then Darth Vader's Merciless Massacre gets bonus turns. and Han Solo gets a bonus turn as well, so you can use your CLS team there. And for potency down, Chrysanthemum in his basic does potency down, and Leia with the logs ability, she applies potency down as well to healers and support. You can use that if you have Leia. And for killing enemies with Han, you can use the CLS team or use the JML lead and cheese it with JML for defeating enemies. You can call the Jedi lessons and use Han Solo to kill the enemy. That way you can cheese their feet. For surviving, these are the two techniques I use, JML and Wat Tempo, along with the surviving characters. The same way, apply the tank tech on JML and then you can get that feat completed, because JML will take all the attacks in and the others can survive at low gear level. For other surviving, we need to have a data disk, that is the support one, which deals massive damage. Then you can use Adrad and Rogue One characters along with the surviving members here, and then go in and just nuke with Adrad AoE. That will get the feat completed as well. So these are the two methods that I use for any surviving feats. If you have this character, then this is pretty easy. You don't need to have these surviving characters as high. You just need them at a certain gear level like gear 8 or something before pre-Kyrotech level, and you can do this easily with these two. The remaining, win with Brutus in your squad. If you have unlocked him, that is easy. Jedi Master Mace, win to surviving. Again, we can use one of these two. Then win with a full squad of pirates. We can probably skip that if you don't have the pirates. Win with only light side characters. Again, Quadme or CLS will complete that quest. That's how we can complete Sector 1. And we can probably leave out win with a full squad of pirates if you don't have them, or if you have the pirates, you can finish that as well. So I am going to leave this out here. So that will be 27 in the Sector 1, and we are leaving out 3 key cards in Sector 1. In Sector 2, we have win 10 battles with no tanks. Quadme and CLS are without any tanks there, so you can go in with them and complete that easily. For doing inflict days 40 times and buff immunity, you can cheese this if you find Mon Mothma mode, and you can use Malak and Wat Tambor in there. Dash Rendar in his AoE does days, as well as Captain Rex does a days, and B2 has a AoE buff immunity, so you can use that and complete this easily within few battles. If you don't have Malak, you can use some other tank, maybe JML, and still get this done. The next one is surviving. Instead of Silvo and Vayne, here we can fill out Omega Fugitive and Batcher and use the same method to complete the surviving feat done here. Win without using any Jedi, Sith or Unaligned Fuse users. That can be done with the Jabba team, Hut Cattle team, and that will be complete. If you don't have these Spectre units, you can leave this. So that will be 2 key cards that we leave. And if you have the Old Republic with the Jedi Knight Revan, then you can use that and complete this, and you need 5s for this. Again, you can use this method to get the 5 surviving done. Now if you don't have B2 or Dash Rendar and you have completed your Executor, then you will have Piet and TIE Fighter Pilot. Both Piet can do a AoE days, and the TIE Fighter Pilot has a chance to do the buff immunity, so you can use them in here instead of B2 and Dash Rendar and complete the feat. Those are the other option. So here we will leave out the Spectre units, so that will be 2 keycards that we leave out. So totally we have left out 5 so far. The next is Sector 3. Here again, Tenacity up. You can do it with the Queen Amidala team, or if you have Grandmaster Yoda, he spreads Tenacity up as well, so you can use him with any other Jedi and get that feat done. For surviving, again we need to use the surviving mechanism we have already seen, Adrad or JML with what. and use the surviving characters here and we can win that. For no attackers, JML and Jedi without any attackers, like you can use all the support and tanks here and get that feat done. The same way Leia with the rebels without any attackers will get that feat done as well. So you can use that methodology to complete that no attackers feat. And if you have boss Nash, you can finish this off. And again, the surviving feats can be done with these two methods. So you just need to have them unlocked and geared up gear 8, and then we can finish this surviving feats. And these are pretty simple as well. Darth Vader surviving, and without using any empire you can use any other squad and complete this quest. So that will be sector 3. If you don't have the new bad batch, then you can probably leave out here, but I am going to go for everything here. If you don't have SM33 unlocked yet, then you can leave that feat, and that will be 15 that you leave. Fulham and Zekas, we can make it work with this surviving one, so that is possible. If you don't have SM33, you can leave out this, so that will be 15 keycards that you leave. For the sector 4, evasion up, you can do with quad me, surviving, crosshair surviving. You can use this method and get that done for the surviving feat. For no tanks, again, both quad me and CLS are no tank squads, so you can use them and get that completed. And you can probably leave out the pirate one here, or there is a method. Last time I was able to use this squad here without mass and use any other one paired up with a data disk. This is possible, but it takes time to get it done. Rabbit Beaver has a way with a data disk as well, using Quigold, where he gets the protection back up again and again, and then he completes that feat as well with low level pirates. I will link Rabbit Beaver's video in the description, as well as this Enfys Nest one, where we can get this full squad of pirates done. So if you have them unlocked, then you can do this, otherwise you can leave them out. Same goes with this crosshairs, at least one you should be able to complete. Win with kick in your squad. This is not a surviving feat, so just you need to have him in the squad and you can win this without using Galactic Legend. That is easy with any of the CLS or Quadmate team. And then with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, if you have SLKR, then this is pretty easy as well. If you don't have, then you should probably leave him out. So here the one we can leave out is crosshairs. If you don't have them built up, the bad batch, the new bad batch, if you don't have them built up, then you can leave this one. So that will be 25 keycards in total that we have left out. The remaining we can get them easily. For evasion up, if you don't have Quadme, then Han Solo and Seven Sister are having AoE evasion up, so you can use them. I have included Inquisitors because this month we'll get the Inquisitor Lightspeed tokens, so you can probably use them to complete the quest. This conquest will run till March and we will all have our Inquisitors by then. So even if you're not getting this in the first month in Jan, by Feb you should be able to use Seven Sister and get the feats done. Seven Sisters second special also gives evasion up, so you can use that to get this one done. Next is the sector 5. Here defense down and crit damage up, you can use your quad may. If you don't have quad may, then these are your defense down options. I've included the Inquisitors here. The same way we will get them unlocked using the anniversary quest. And Dash Rendar has a defense down. And for crit damage up, you can use the Imperial Troopers. Colonel Stark and Scout Trooper have the crit damage up options in their kit. You need to have a good Imperial Troopers team to get this one done. And for defeating enemies, again we can cheese it with JML lead and calling the Gungan or the droid to kill the enemy. So that way we can choose it. Or if you have the full Gangan team, that is easy. And if you have a full droid team, then that can be done easily as well. If you don't have a full team, then you can choose this with JML, calling the Gangan or droid to kill the enemy. And surviving feats, we can do it again without using any bounty hunters. That is also easy. You can use any other team and kill it and get that one done without using any supports. Again, all tank team that we have, we can use that, or even attackers we can use here and kill that one and get that feat done. Now if you don't have Pirate King Hadawanaka, then you can skip this one. So that will be totally 30 keycards that we have skipped, and that's how we can complete the red crate for this conquest. Or if you don't have some of these here, you can skip a little bit more and do the gold crate and get the unlock in 6 months. But it is possible to get the red crate if you have these available with you and get them easily. These are very minimal squads that I have shown here, and with these alone you will be able to get the red crate done. So that is how we can unlock Satele Shan free to play in 3 months. Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.